So hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Arsalan and today we are on day 15 to solve the Python OOPS question. So I have prepared another question for you on day 15 and we have done so many questions and if you are very new to this channel, let me introduce to you briefly what this channel is all about and what this playlist is all about specifically. So in this playlist we will be solving Python OOPS question and we will be building our logic. So if you are very new to this channel, please and you are very new to the object oriented programming system question, so I this playlist is for you people, and this these question will help you out in building the logic with the help of Python. So let's start this tutorial, and just before starting to solve this question guys, please do subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, press the bell icon button and bookmark the playlist so that you can get the updates from the channel. So step by step we will be going through the question, and I encourage you guys to first of all solve it on your own, and if you are unable to solve this question then you can follow my method. So let's start it. So for class, the class is school. So create a class called school with a class level attribute school name that represent the name of the school. The attribute should be initialized by an empty string. So let's do this. So school name, it's a class level attribute as they said in the question, so, and which is an empty string as already mentioned in the question. So this part is done now, and next move further. Let's move further, and the next thing they asked us to do is the class should have an instance attribute for student count and teacher count to represent the number of student and teacher in the school. Then these attributes should be initialized to 0. Okay, so let's do this as well. So def init indefinite, we will be taking the instance attribute as we do, and it should be student count, and we have teacher count as well. So teacher count, teacher, teacher count. Now self dot student count, uh, self dot student count is equals to student count. uh, okay, so guys, I made a mistake here. It would be not like this. It would be we will be not taking parameters here, we will be not taking arguments here. Why we are not taking arguments? Because we have to initialize it by 0, so we have to put it at a constant value here if initially, so we can change accordingly, right? So we will be not taking arguments here. So as they said here, these attributes should be initialized to 0, so that's why we are doing like this. And self dot teacher count is equals to 0. Now we have another methods to create, right? So till second paragraph we have done. So next thing they are asking us to implement instance method for adding student and teacher to the school, as well as a method to print out the total number of student and teachers. So they asked us to implement method for adding student and teachers to the school. So def add student, we will be taking self here, of course, and then we will be just increasing the value of self dot student count by 1. The same method would be applied to the teacher count. We will be just changing the name add student to add teacher, and instead of student count we will be replacing it by teacher count. So that's all for till paragraph number 3. Now what we have to do, we have to just create some instances here. Create 3 instances of the school class with different student and teachers count. So let's say this is school 1, so we have to create 3 instances. So school 1 is instance 1, so instance 1, and let's say school 2 and school 3. We have 3 schools, 3 instances, so these are 3 instances. So Now in each instances, add student to the teacher school. So if I print, first of all, let's read out what they're saying. Add student and teacher to the school student, change the school name using the class level method. So if I print, let's say I want to print the value of school one. What is the name of the school one? So let's say print uh, school one dot school name. If I print this, you will be seeing an empty string here, right? We are not seeing anything. Why we are not seeing anything? We are not seeing anything because guys, it's an empty string. So if I want to add a value here, how I'm gonna add? So we can create another method here. Let's say we have to create another method. To create another method, uh, we will be saying that class method, because it's a class method here, and now we can add here, right? So this is a class method, so we will be saying that add school name, and CLS would be coming here instead of self. We will be replacing it by CLS because it's a class method. And now we have to give a name. So so what name we would want to give? So we will be saying that school name, school, 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 CLS dot school name is equals to name. Guys, this at the rate class method is a decorator, and what does it do is it would be taking a method here of class, and it will be means this is a class level attribute here, and it can manipulate the method of class. So we can just say that this is a class method, and we can create a method to just change the value of this class level attribute with the help of class method. Okay, so let me just explain it to you again. What I said that this is a class level attribute. Let me write it down so that you can read it and hear it as well. So this is class level attribute, and this is class method. So we are creating a method. This is class method. It's a decorator. All right, so it's a decorator which will be helping us to create what it would be doing. It would be helping us to create a method which can manipulate the value of the class level attribute. So it is helping us to create a method to manipulate the value of class level attribute. So I hope that you've understood. So in this method, what we are doing, we are taking two parameters. First is class itself and CLS itself, and then another parameter is name. So we have initialized it by 0. We have initialized the value of school name by 0, right? By an empty string, right? So we have initialized by an empty string, and then we have to change it accordingly. So if I run this at school, def at school, it will be giving me it will be taking one argument, what name you want to take. So this is the name we have, this is the argument we will be just putting in. So this was all in the question. Let's create instances here and print out the values and check how the method is going so far. So we have printed the school, the name of the school one, but it's not printing anything. So if I want to means it's printing an empty string, of course, but it's not, it's showing us an empty value, right? So if I want to print school one dot add school name, let's say I want to say that it's school one, the name of the school one is school one. So if I print this value, first of all I have to run it, then I will be printing it. So save, and then I will be printing this thing here, uh, and now let's run the code and you will see the difference. See, first of all it's showing an empty string, then it's showing me school one. Similarly, if you want to check uh, the number of teacher, you can print uh, school 1 dot uh, what school 1 dot student count or teacher count. Really, just checking for both teacher count. I will be just putting here like this, and student count and teacher, TACHER, teacher count, like this. And now let's run it, and you will see that we will be getting the value 0 because we haven't incremented it. So each time we will be running this add student or add teacher line of code below, you will be seeing the difference. So let's run this as well and check what we have done. So now what we are doing, we are running the methods to increment the values of increment the teacher count and student count. Now let's do this. So we will be saying that school 1 dot add student, add student, and it's a method, so we have to close it by parenthesis. Similarly, instead of add student, I will be just replacing it by add teacher, and now I will be printing it again. You will see the difference again. Alright, so first of all it will be showing is 0. See, first of all it's 0 0 and then teacher count 1 and 1. So this is how it's working. You can do it with these classes, with these instances too that we have created below. That's school 1, school 2, and school 3. The same thing will be going for school 2 and school 3 as well. We have created one object here, and we have tried all the things, all the methods we have created, and you can try it on different methods, different object instances as well. So I hope that you've understood the question on day 15th as well. If you have any doubt in the question, you can ask me in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching this video, and see you next time.